Chris Finch said the defense was that he termed it as excellent tonight. What did you see that just did so well defensively?
Man, we talked a lot better. You know, we talked about defense a lot today at shoot around, and for a team that good with that much offensive firepower and the way that they move and share the ball to only give up 13 points in the fourth quarter is huge for our team.
Is there a trick to, I guess, getting Steph Curry off his spots the way it seemed like Steph Castle was doing tonight?
He missed some shots. Don't bank on that being the case every night. You know what I mean? I mean, he'd be the first person to tell you no excuses or whatnot. We knew they were coming off a back-to-back. We just wanted to try to make it as tough on them as possible. So we all know what he's capable of, but Steph Castle did an amazing job on both ends tonight.
It's only been 17 games, but are you feeling that you're having to do less almost in terms of calming the team down in the fourth quarter? It seems like everybody's handling those situations much better.
Yeah, somewhat. You know, we talk about it. They see me on the court, and trust me, I'm excited when we go on runs or whatnot. I just know how quick things can shift. So me and Blake Wesley was over there. I was like, we all right, we all right. He was like, I know. But it's cool because you should have that joy for each other, you know. But especially against teams like that, you just got to stay the course. These games are crazy. Swings can happen so fast, but just little things, 2-for-1s, you know, managing the game. It was great to see how the guys handled it.
You already spoke about the defense in the fourth quarter, but y'all finished the game on a 40-13 run over the final 13 minutes or so. What switch was flipped?
I don't know, honestly. I got to go back and watch it. You know, I was supposed to come back in the game at one point, but they were rolling, and I told Coach I'm going to chill. You know, Trey, seriously, because momentum, rhythm is everything, and Trey has been doing a great job with that group and just running, and you could see it. You could see the energy. Vic was huge, just being his first game back, the defense, the shots. It's a fun team to be on because every game we go into, we don't know whose game is going to be. You know, so we really understand that every night is by committee, and it's a fun way to play.
I'm just going to ask you about that. You mentioned fun. What's it like being with these young guys, seeing them sort of mature?
Man, I don't take it for granted. You know, we joke about a lot of things. Obviously, they call me Unc and all this stuff, but I appreciate them. I tell them, you know, there were guys before me who taught me things that I've taken on, and they constantly teach me things. That's the way the game's supposed to be. You know, like I tell them, you know, how good they are with the Euro step, the slow step, their left hand and stuff like that. It's just cool to still be a part of it and get a chance to share information both ways, me with them and them with me.
Chris, you played on a lot of teams. Have you ever played with a team that is so committed and just hangs their hat on defense like these guys?
Yes. Yeah, I done played on some. I mean, seriously, I've been on some really good defensive teams. You know what I mean? Seriously, like a lot of them. You know. I mean, I ain't won yet, but we usually are pretty good. You know what I mean? So, yeah, I've always loved defense. 9-time all defense. You know what I mean? So it's always been a priority.
How does the group feel in the locker room? Even just the time you've been here, you're seeing them blossom. You're seeing them take on some of the things you're teaching about winning and learning along the way.
You know, my late coach Skip Prosser used to always say it's a team game played by individuals, right? So we always talk about what each one of us have to bring to the table night in and night out. But defensively all night, you know, me and Steph talked about guarding Steph, right? But it's by committee. It takes other guys. You know, stars in this league, you can't guard them with one guy. So every night, it's just how can we be really good as a team.
Were you in the slight bit surprised to see Steph pull up from so deep there in the fourth quarter?
Man, I told him that was the biggest shot of the game. I think it was 90-90. That's a big shot. Put us up 93-90. But just knowing him, he just turned 20 and he act like he the 39-year-old. You know what I mean? Seriously, he's just really calm, really confident, and the only way that you can ever be that confident is if you put in the work. and he does it day in and day out.
What have you noticed from him on the defensive end? He's getting all these different stars on a nightly basis that he has to be responsible for. What does his process look like to you?
Man, we just talk. We talk all the time, you know what I mean, about defense, about guarding this guy all game long. I mean, I told him for years, you know, I used to guard Steph. You know, I would chase him around, playoffs and all that, so I just tried to give him little pointers or whatnot. And after the game, I said, he be moving, don't he? He said, yeah. Yeah, so it's cool, though, because you guys know in this league now, it's not a lot of guys that play both ways, you know what I mean? And that's why, you know, with Steph being a rook, I just love that he ain't ducking nothing. It's like whatever, you know, and that's going to be good for him going forward.
Are you glad you have Steph Castle now so you don't have to chase?
Absolutely. Absolutely so.
Victor didn't shoot particularly well through the first 3 quarters, but here comes the fourth, and that shot finds a way to go down several times. So.
Vic confidence never wavers. You know what I mean? And it's so dope to see. You know, I've played for a long time, and you see guys that might miss 2 and now pass up the next one. That's another thing, a guy who's put in the work. You know, he's confident. He knows the next one's going in, and that's big, to continue to shoot it. And the plays that he made tonight were all winning plays.
He made some great passes during the fourth quarter. Is this something you're working on with him during the training? I know that.
We've been talking about the pick and roll a lot, you know, and I tell Vic a lot of times I listen to the defense. They tell you what they're going to do, right? So me and him were just talking about it. I think our rhythm is getting better and better. He actually hit me today on a roll, and I didn't know what to do. I just turned around and shot it. But it's, like I said, what they call him, an alien or whatever. He's just so unique, you know, so we're going to keep figuring it out.
Thank you, Chris.
All right. Yeah, good one.